This episode on sailing Popao.
We are literally surrounded by reef.
No luck with the origin of the split pin. It all looks good up here.
You're gonna freaking love it.
So we're just at Hayman Island, 5:30 in the morning, and we're about to leave to go to the reef. Anyway, there's no wind, so it looks like we're going to be motoring the whole way, 30 nautical miles. So it should be there in about 5.5, 6 hours. Stunning. Yeah, that's the kind of whale you don't want to hit any whale, but that's definitely the kind of whale you don't want to run into, just sleeping log on the surface.
That's what they do at night, huh?
Yeah, just the unnamed reef.
That's why we don't like to drive at night,
especially this time of year.
Coming into Black Reef now on bombing watch to make sure there's no uncharted reef or anything like that likes to pop up every now and then.
Bommies are insane out here, just like coming out of 30 meters, 40 meters, up to 25, just full of life. Exciting.
We're just going around now to check the perimeter of the anchor. Then we're going to drop anchor, go for a swim and a dive. We did it! Woo!
On the reef.
This is epic. We are literally surrounded by reef, like nearly 360, literally 360, just with a little gap for us. And there's one other fishing boat out there and Selkie on the horizon. And this is just absolute paradise. It is so quiet. I can't wait to go for a swim. I gotta go for a swim. First order of the day, send the drone up. What are you doing?
Slight dive delay. We found the head of a split pin the other day on the deck. I wasn't sure if it was the broken split pin that I've already replaced, but then I just replaced the fuel out of the tank there, and when I was putting it back I saw the head of it's like a cotter pin. Not a cotter pin or something like that. Clevis pin, that's what it is, a mini one. So I don't know what that's from. But
it doesn't fill us with confidence.
But, you know, it came from above, I'm assuming.
It could be one of these halyards.
Yeah, it could be one of these halyards.
So we're running.
At least there wasn't two, but we've got the backup. I'm just going to go check it out.
Yeah, because it might be windy.
Because I know we'll go diving and we'll be tired and we're not going to go have a look at it properly.
Oh, well, guess what, Michael?
What?
It's our first official boat work in tropical paradise. That's what they call sailing.
Literally tropical paradise. So, no luck with the origin of the split pin. It all looks good up here. So I don't know. Mystery. Everything looks fine. So good to be back at the reef again. I cannot express how excited I am for the water. Let's go!
So excited. So good. Hopefully I want to get a big moo. That's my wish list this trip.
Alright.
What do you want to get?
I want moo as well, and then fall back on track. But anyway, let's go. How bloody good. Look at this. Look at that bobbing just there.
Enchanté.
You swam all of what, 10 meters from the centre?
Trout, first dive. 10 meters from the boat. Such a nice bommy. There's trout everywhere. You're gonna freaking love it.
After being in port for a few weeks, our freezers were empty. And with a small weather window for this reef trip, we needed to take every opportunity we could get.
Here's a pair of inquisitive juvenile red emperor who were attracted by scratching the bottom.
In the distance here you can see a huge parrotfish checking me out. They're super wary and can be really difficult to get close to, making it very hard to get any good footage of them.
How freaking good is that? Alright, what have we got in there, Michael?
Oh, just a few trout and a little tusky. Beautiful dinner.
Good mixed bag. I can't wait to eat dinner because we didn't have lunch. I'm bloody starving. What an afternoon.
Just enough I sharpen.
Anyway, that's us for the day. Signing off until tomorrow.
So sharp this knife. So good. And cold fish too. What a treat.
And cold beer.
Yeah.
Like icy cold. Unfortunately leaving sucks, but it's quite calm and protected in here now, but it is dead low tide. But as soon as that tide comes up, it's going to be absolutely horrible in here. It looks bloody rough out there. I've just looked over the reef and there is a lot of whitecaps. A lot. I think it's going to be quite a rough passage because we're going to be pointing into it just a little bit. So.
Goodbye, Black Reef. Short and sweet. But, yeah, don't want to get stuck out here and it get worse, so time to go.
Do not want to leave. It's so nice. It's going to be a scary sail back there.
Point there on the entrance. Loaded. So we've left on low tide, but there's obviously a bit of overrun still, so there's all that water pouring out of the reef, just fighting that strong 20 knot, 25 knot south-southeast wind. So it's standing up real good here. Of course, it never does it justice, but anyway, a bit of fun. You reckon, Jess? We were expecting to get at least another morning out here, but unfortunately the wind came through a little early and we needed to get out of the reef system before the waves came over at high tide and made everything a little uncomfortable.
It's our first upwind passage officially, so boat's handling pretty well. We're doing about 7 knots on average, I'd say. And yeah, lots of, as James put it, sky, water. Sky, water. But nah, it's actually handling it pretty well. We've got a reef in the main and just about 60% of the head sail. I wish we had a stay sail, it'd be really nice right now, just because we're probably stretching that heady. And apparently it's not good for it to do that, but anyway, it is what it is. So it's bound to happen, our first upwind sail. We've got a leaking hatch, so we just copped a massive wave. This window hardly ever gets covered, and yeah, it just turns out that seal's not very good, so we might have to replace that. What are you doing out here, Michael?
It's not that I don't trust the new autopilot, it's just we've hand steered for the last 600 nautical miles and you really get a feel for the boat, and now you just let the machine do everything. It's just like every little wave you just cringe at it, like you could have avoided that slapping, you could have done, you know. I don't know.
It's doing a better job than you would anyway on the Melm.
Yeah, but it's still stressful just letting it all go to technology, especially when it's rough like this.
It's calmed down a little bit.
Hardly. Picked up.
Has it? I feel like it's not as sloppy.
20 knots, yeah.
20 knots, yeah. Oh well, the swell's bigger, put it that way. It's rollier.
Yeah, so I'll be very relieved to get into Butterfly Bay and just
have
relax.
A beer. What are you doing? You sat down for like 5 minutes. He's like, you're on watch. So I'm sitting here, and every 2 minutes a wave crashes against the side of the boat. He's like, oh.
Well, I've been outside, so I haven't seen what it feels like on the inside. And I've been steering the boat to the waves, so we're not popping it as much. But this is
heaps better than when you were driving, and I have to say, no offense, but it's actually way more comfortable with the tiller driving.
It looks heaps worse from in here than out there.
It's fine. You're looking the wrong way. You got to look that way. Downwind.
It's so weird to have a working autopilot. We've been fully like. It's like the Stockholm syndrome with the other one, held hostage by the shitty autopilot that you just end up doing everything yourself. Make sure you join us next episode as we arrive in the beautiful Butterfly Bay and meet some of the colourful locals.
Thanks for watching. If you'd like to support us further, you can sign up for ad-free early videos, bonus content and perks. A huge thanks to our current patrons for your ongoing support.
Have you seen my sunglasses?
Huh?
Have you seen my pair of sunglasses?
Why?
Where are your sunglasses?
What?
Where are mine?
I don't know. I think.